Guys, are you ready for some football? It's Thursday night, guys. It's our second Thursday night football game. So, guys, make sure you tune in. I got my homie IDP Iggy here, guys, where he's gonna answer all kind of questions for you for his defense, and he got some bets, guys. So you want to tune in, guys. Let's go. YouTube, what's good, guys? It's your boy TD, and I'm back again with another video for Fantasy Good Sports, guys. And today's video, guys, is going to be on Thursday night game, Kansas City and Los Angeles Chargers, guys. The Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. And I'm going to break the game down, guys, and give you some guys who I'm starting in the city, even though I already went over that. But I'm going to give you a little bit better breakdown. And I got my homie here today. What's up, IDP Iggy? What's up, bruh?
Hey, man. Thank you for having me on the show today, dude. Glad to be here with you. Talk about this epic game, Chiefs, Kansas City's home opener of the season, man. So it's going to be a good one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So let's just start, man. And like I said, man, I'm going to start on I'm going to talk about the Chiefs first, and then you can follow right after me, man. But to me, guys, I'm rolling out Pat Mahomes, CEH, Juju, MVS, Travis Kelce, and if you got Sky Moore and you don't like in your flex spot, you don't know who to play. I think Sky Moore is an okay play because you have to try to catch that boom early in your flex spot. So I think Sky Moore is an okay risk. Now I'm not playing him over none of my studs, but if you like choosing between a committee running back guy like a Breach Hall or something like that, and you can afford to maybe take 5 or 4 points or a dud, Sky Moore is just an upside play. That's all. What you think, Iggy, about the Chiefs sides of the ball tonight?
Yeah, offensively, I think MVS is going to catch a bomb. I think Derwin Mahomes is going to catch Derwin coming up, and somebody's going to catch a deep bomb, leaving that safety. They're going to ask Nasir Adderley to cover a lot of ground between Harbin, MVS, Sky Moore. Somebody's going to be able to run that go route and get open and catch a bomb from Mahomes tonight. I do like Kelce. I like CEH. I think he's going to keep being an underrated running back. And Kelce, of course, he's an always start if you got him. Juju, I've been on him too. So I expect Patrick Mahomes, like I said, I predicted him to have 45-plus passing touchdowns. He's well on pace to get there. So it's a big night. I think they're honoring Lynn Dawson. It's like the 60th year of Arrowhead or something like that, 60th or 70th year. It's been a long time. So they're commemorating that too. I think it's the 50th year, actually. I'm not sure. But it's going to be a huge game. It's a division rivalry game. So everybody's going to be stepping it up a little bit. There's not too many secrets between these two teams.
Yep. And because this is probably could be the highest scoring game all year. It may not be, but with Kansas City and Pat Mahomes and Justin Herbert and the Chargers, it can't get a better Thursday night game to me. If you ask me, I like defensive games, but I like scoring games too. And I think this game is going to be great. So let's go. Let me talk about the Chargers real quick. I think Herbert, that's easy, right? TD, what you talking about? Like, that's easy start. But Eckler, Mike Williams, Gerald Everett, and Josh Palmer and DeAndre Carter. I say they all stars. Now, listen, you don't got to start DeAndre Carter or you ain't got to start Josh Palmer. But if you have a flex spot and you got an open flex spot where a guy might be a little bit volatile, he might be a backup running back or he might be in a committee. I'm not gonna say Josh Palmer or DeAndre Carter is a bad play. I think they okay play, guys. It's fantasy. You know how it go, right? So you got to just weigh the risk. And I like the boom. I would play Josh Palmer. DeAndre Carter, probably not. But I like the boom with Josh Palmer. I'm probably playing Josh Palmer, especially with Keenan Allen being out tonight. What do you feel about the Chargers side of the ball?
Yeah, somebody's going to have to step it up. Like you said, Herbert passes the ball around So, you got to be leery of that. But I don't really like the Chiefs secondary outside of L'Jarius Sneed, man. I think everybody else can be beat. Thornhill can be beat, Reed can be beat, Nick Bolton can be beat when he's been playing some coverage. So I expect people to make some moves. I think Eckler's due for a good night. I think he only had 30-something rushing yards against the Raiders. They kind of kept him in check there. But I do believe that Eckler's going to be able to run behind. As long as they don't run at Chris Jones, like there should be some gaps over there for them to be able to get on. So I'm really
Yes.
big on Eckler this game. I think it's kind of who's going to do it. Mike Williams, Carter. He was probably one of the most picked up people I saw on the waiver wires. I was doing best balls all summer, so I watched Palmer get as high as like 135, 136 ADP. So if you went and drafted him right there, it's a good time to play him. Make sure he's probably more of a flex wide receiver for you, but make sure he's in that wide receiver role so you can keep your flex open for Sunday. We got 2 games Monday night. COVID's still going around, so make sure you get those players in the designated position too.
Yes, sir.
Like I said, because Palmer, you probably just picked up Carter if you got him. Palmer's probably your wide receiver 3 or 4, but there's going to be a lot of points tonight. I don't think people are going to be able to sit back and try to eat up the clock. I think it's going to be go, 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 go. So there's going to be opportunity.
Yep. It's going to be a lot of scoring. So it's going to be opportunities for all types of guys, right? I agree with them 100%. So, Iggy, talk about some defensive players. And guys, listen, if you play an IDP league or if you don't, he still have an interesting perspective on defensive guys. This guy, I love defensive guys, but I don't have the knowledge that he has on defensive guys. So I just want him to break this game down as far as any defensive players that he wants to talk about to inform y'all.
Yeah, absolutely, man. From the Chiefs standpoint, so we're both kind of anticipating high scoring, but we're anticipating the Chiefs to kind of go out and score a lot and have the ball a lot. So with that, Derwin James is a lock. If you're playing in like a one IDP league or something like that, you want to just get off early. Derwin James is the guy to have if he's not rostered. I think Drew Tranquil is a guy a lot of people don't know about. Keep an eye on him if you're playing in a deeper league. He's going to be utilized quite a bit because I expect the Chiefs to pass a bit. He's going to be involved more with that nickel packaging and stuff. Across the front line, man, Joey Bosa, Khalil Mack, he was the 3rd highest scoring IDP guy last week. He's bringing it. He's not the guy anymore. People are going to be focusing on Joey Bosa, and it's allowed Khalil Mack to just get up and rain terror, get after it. J.C. Jackson, game time decision. I haven't looked at it in about 4 or 5 hours, honestly, now. I don't know what his status is. Let's keep that up in the air. Nasir Adderley is probably going to get a lot of work, especially if they're bringing Derwin James in. Nasir Adderley could have. He had 6 tackles last week. I think his tackle prop line's at 6.5. He could go over that if you want a tackle prop. Moving into the Chiefs side of the ball, I've been a Nick Bolton fan since the first time I saw him break out last year. So take a look at that. We just talked about Chris Jones, man. He's a monster. They're going to line him up on the weakness. I think the Chargers have a rookie right guard or an inexperienced right guard. They're probably going to be moving him up over him. And then, like I said, L'Jarius Sneed, I really like him. Juan Thornhill is going to get some activity. Justin Reed, he got targeted a lot when he was a Texan in the passing game. Let's see what Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes are dialing up to get some players loose in that deep secondary where Justin Reed likes to hang out. I think he's going to have a high tackle volume game as well. So there's potential all the way across there. As far as the team defense goes, probably not going to start either one of these two this week. You want to just be prepared that the offense is probably going to rain. It's Thursday games are weird. They could be still tired. You never know what's going on, but I think the emotions are going to be pretty high in Kansas City, whether it be in their home opener. That's a wild stadium. It's an old stadium. There's a lot of history there. This is a division rivalry. So, like I said, I don't want to – I'm staying away from the defenses, but from an IDP perspective, with all the tackling and so forth, there's a lot of opportunity out there.
Yep. So what about the over and under? How do you feel about the over and under? Is you paying any attention to that today, or is it's not a good line?
No, it's always, every bet's a winner, every bet's a loser. That's what I like to tell people. And, when you look at the line, I think it's one of the highest of the week, 54. That's a high line. The bookies are telling you they're expecting a lot of scoring. That's, because 56, that's 8 touchdowns with extra points. So they're telling you about 7 touchdowns, 2 field goals. Kansas City's got a guy they just picked up, right? I don't think he was even on the practice squad. They replaced Harrison Buckner, who, he played through some pain, but he finished it, but he's not going to go so quick again this week. So the field goal count could be low unless it's Dustin Hopkins. But I think the touchdowns are there. I think that's about a right line. Honestly, I like to tease it up. I might go 57.5, give me like another field goal. And then that's, 57 points. That's a lot of points in one game. So
it is. Yep. And so let me get to some of the questions in the chat. Iggy, and after I answer them, you can answer them too, bro. And if anybody want to come in and ask me, Iggy, anything, guys, I put the link in the comment section, so you're welcome to come up. We're not going to chastise you. We're not going to try to embarrass you. We're just going to chop it up with you. So if anybody want to come up, you're welcome to. The link is in the description. So we got Kevin Santini. What's good, bro? What's good, Kevin?
What's up, Kev?
And Jawan Allen, he's new. He subscribed yesterday. What's up, bruh? He said, yo, what up, King? Yes, sir.
What's up, Alan? What's up, man?
And Life and Sports Talk with Jake. Life and Sports Talk with Jake. What's good, bruh? What's going on? He said, what's good? Fire me up some Gerald Everett.
I got him in a lot of leagues, man.
Yep, I do too. And I'm rolling him out there. He was one of my tight ends that I thought you could get for a great ADP value this year. So I like him.
And Week 8 bye too.
What'd you say?
Week 8 bye can cover like a lot of bye weeks. The Chiefs and the Chargers are the only team that have a Week 8 bye. Like if you're in a best ball or a deeper league, so hold on to him at least till you get past the.
Yeah, cutting edge content right there, bro. Appreciate that. Okay, I didn't even know that. Okay, and Second Take says, Iggy and TD, what's up, bros?
What's up, guys? What's up?
And Matt Galloway, what's up, bro? He said, what's good, fellas? Y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Awesome live, bro. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that. And Steven Muse, what's up, Steven? He said, hey, guys, subscribe to the channel if you're new, man. This is a great fantasy football community here, bro. Cutting edge content. He said, hey, guys, I have to pick 3 or 4. Gabe Davis, Mike Williams, Mike Thomas, Amon-Ra. You can go ahead first, Iggy.
Man, that's pretty good ones to choose from right there. Let's see. You got Williams tonight. Mike Thomas. The Saints are playing the Bucks, right? Mm-hmm. I think, and then the Detroit Lions. Man, I think I'm gonna have to go. I think I got to go Mike Thomas. I think he's back. I think he's for real. I trust Winston, so that's my one for sure. I think Mike Williams is due to have a good game tonight, so I think I'm going to put him in as well. And then, man, 3, that's a tough one between Gabe Davis and Amon, man. I think I trust Josh Allen a little bit more, so I think I'll go Gabe Davis. It's hard for me to leave Amon off. I got him in about 3 starting rosters this week, so that's a tough, man. I say you got a good problem to have right there if you're always having to choose between those 4.
Yes, and I'm going to go a little bit different than Iggy, and it doesn't sound great, but I'm going to give you a perspective. I might would have to sit Mike Williams. And the reason why he dudded me last week, listen, but I'm not worried about the dud, but I'm not going back to bench no damn Gabe Davis. I can't do it. Gabe Davis is a monster. Right. I think like you, that's why you chose. When you said Josh Allen, I was like, yeah, I just can't sit. It would usually be Gabe Davis, but I think he's going to have like a touchdown almost every game. So I just believe that unless they're going to let Stephon Diggs beat him underneath and have 12 catches, right? So I would say Gabe Davis, Mike Thomas, and Amon-Ra. And Mike Williams, I think he's going to have a big game today. But it's to me, I would say it would be between Mike Williams and Amon-Ra. To me, in my lineups, I would sit Mike Williams and play the other 3 guys. That's just me. Let me see. Steven says, thanks for the input. Anytime, bro. Anytime. XX Lex says, Henderson or Penny this week? PPR. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I love Penny. I'm a little biased on Penny. I think Penny is talented, but Henderson getting the whole role, what's going on with Cam Akers and the matchup. I like Henderson. So I'm gonna go ahead and say Henderson in a vacuum, but I think Penny is the better running back. But I'm gonna say Henderson in a vacuum. Go ahead, Iggy. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm big on Penny too. I think we're gonna continue to see more shares of him. He had 3 catches last week. He could get more than that this week. I mean, every other running back on the lineup that the Seahawks played with got a combined 1 carry. So Penny's getting used like he should finally. So I'm gonna stick with Penny on this one.
Yeah, and the only reason why I went to Henderson, I know Kenneth Walker's coming back. I know Travis Homer's take some passing downs. I feel like Henderson, there's nobody really pushing him with Kyron Williams being out, with Cam Akers not being 100%. Like, we don't really know what's going on with Cam. So I'm just went more with the trust. I don't know if Penny gets to value him. I think they try to bring him along slowly That's what I seen. I seen a great back, but I seen somebody where they bringing him along slowly. They don't want to wear him out in the beginning and he get hurt because we know Penny is volatile. So I understand it. That's why I'm going Henderson. I just think Penny is the better back. So if that makes sense, hopefully that helps you.
Henderson probably has a better matchup. I think the Rams are playing the
Yeah.
Falcons and the Seahawks are playing the 49ers. So
Yes.
and I think that 49er game is supposed to be just as rainy as the Chicago game. So
I
watch out
heard that
for
too.
Yeah.
I heard that too. Yep. So that's a running back game, right? Yep. And Stephen Mew said standard league. Okay, so it was standard. And let me go back to it. He said standard. So yeah, it's Mike Williams. Take Almirai out. Almirai is PPR. So they helped me out, bro. I say Gabe Davis, Mike Williams, and Michael Thomas.
All big touchdown guys too.
Yep.
I think Chark's going to become more the touchdown look for Goff down there in the end zone.
Yeah.
Chark's what 6'3", 6'3 and a half. He's a big guy.
Yep.
So.
Yep. DJ Chark do. DJ Chark do.
You know it, man.
Yeah, you got kids, you know about that. Ignitus, Penny Feather, what's up, bro? Glad to see you here. You at the right channel, man. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to this channel, man. This is cutting edge content, bro. But he says, should I trade CD and Elijah Moore for Debo? CD and Elijah Moore for Debo. I think so. I think. I like Elijah Moore. I think you need to get rid of CD. I haven't been big on CD all year. I think Debo is going to be the most consistent player on this 49ers team. I think he can do anything. I actually was very excited for what I seen because they let me know that Debo will go to running back if they need him. Like if we get crunch time, I do whatever the team needs me to do to win, I do it. To me, that's even better in fantasy if you ask me going forward because that was a bad game with all the rain. So I'm going to say, yeah, bro, especially if you got I would consolidate to go get Debo. What do you feel, Iggy?
Yeah, especially with Elijah Mitchell going down. As soon as he went down, who was back in the backfield? The same guy that said he didn't want to be running back anymore, but he's back there doing it to try to give him an opportunity to win. And he had some great plays in the backfield. So I say, Moore, he's going to go through another quarterback transition as soon as Zach Wilson comes back. So he's going to have to develop more rhythm, all this stuff all over again. And then CD's in the same boat. He's going to have Rush carry him for 4 or 5 weeks and then come back and get in a rhythm with Dak, which, let's be honest, who knows how strong his thumb's going to be without surgery and without them doing things. So, I'm all for the trade. Normally, and I like bundling up 2 for 1 because a lot of times people will take it. And now you get to go add somebody, too. On top of that, you get to go pick somebody up on the waiver. So I think those are both good.
I agree 100%. Yep. Let me see. And Ed Tay says, what's up, Iggy? I used to see you on the Hustler Show. How is everything? What's good, TD? Keep grinding, bro. God will always bless you. Thank you, bro.
Yeah, man. What's up, man? Glad to be seeing you again, Ed.
Yep. And guys, again, this is the OnlyFans. $10 a month, guys. It's up to change. The deadline was week 1, so it can change. But you want to make sure you get on that, guys. That way I can be very personable with you and be able to rate your teams, help you. On YouTube, I'm not going to be able to give it to you what you need, right? It's going to be kind of quick in a vacuum. But on OnlyFans, guys, I'm studying your team. I'm looking at it for a while until I give you what you need, right? I'm willing to do the research on the OnlyFans. But on YouTube, I got to get to everybody questions. So make sure you sign up for the OnlyFans. Also, guys, Super Draft Pro. Every Sunday morning, I do a lineup to help y'all to try to get, help you win some money, right? I can't give you my lineup, but I kind of help you set a lineup, give you 2 or 3 guys that I really like for that, for any particular game. Are you still, Iggy, doing Super Draft Pro?
Yeah, I'm still doing it. I haven't put money into the books on the DFS. I've just been spinning. I think I'm up to about $10. I like to get it up to about 15, and that gives me about $3 $5 games, and hopefully I can build into it. So yeah, if you guys don't know about Super Draft Pro, like you said, click on TD's link. I'm a coach on there too. You can't get in unless you know somebody, but all 50 states, you can win real money. You join it, you can win real money. You can cash out real money. So it's all there. You just, if you're a DFS person, go take a look at it.
Yep. And guys, before I'm gonna wait to the end, but why the league is it ain't deep in here, but I want to do it now. Guys, go follow Iggy on his channel. I don't do that a lot, but I only do that to certain guys that I trust. That's my homie. And Iggy, ever since we did the first show together, that's been my homie. He knows fantasy, guys. So go get him a follow. That's what we do on my community. Go give him a follow on his channel. Shout it out real quick, Iggy.
Just Iggy's Fantasy and Betting, or you can find me at IDP_Iggy. But for the YouTube, it is Iggy's Fantasy and Betting.
Yep, and we're gonna do that every so often as the chat gets bigger, Iggy.
All righty.
Yep.
Thank you.
And Rock Out, what's up, Rock Out? He says Cousins or Lance. And listen, man, and I get it right now because Lance is volatile. But bro, as the season go on, you need to go ahead and I would move on. I don't play fantasy deciding what quarterback I'm gonna play unless I'm streaming. And I haven't streamed a quarterback where I'm looking on the waiver wire for a quarterback every week for the best matchup in maybe 3 years. So to me, I'm gonna roll Cousins out there. I love Lance. I'm high on Lance. I got a lot of Lance, but I'm not. I just think Cousins right now, after what happened with Lance week 1, I'd rather go with Cousins with those weapons that he have. The new offensive coordinator looks very good and smooth. I feel great about Cousins. I think he's going to probably be all pro or pro bowler and have a chance to win MVP unless Pat Mahomes keep throwing for 5 touchdowns a game. But other than that, I think Cousins is going to be great. So I'm going to say Cousins. But I like Lance. It's just I can't put him against Cousins this year. Not right now. At least not right now. What did you feel, Iggy? How do you feel?
Yeah, I went back and looked at the Packers-Vikings game this morning, man. I broke it down from film. And then I also looked at the Eagles-Lions game pretty good 2 days ago, or yesterday, actually. And the Eagles, man, they got some great members on that defense, but they never brought more than 4 on the pressure. If they do that to Kirk Cousins, he's just going to eat them up, man. He's going to throw it. So if this is a 6-point per pass touchdown league, I'm definitely going Cousins. Trey Lance, I think it's going to be raining for like 2 days before they get on the field even on that home game. So that's another game. That's not a dome. That's outside. It's going to be nasty weather, and Kirk Cousins playing that really bad. Bradbury's okay. I like Epps a lot for an IDP standpoint, but why did he get so many tackles? Because he was getting passed on because they were running towards him in his way. So I think there's a good potential for Cousins and JJ just to have another great week, man. That's just the bottom line how it is.
I agree. And again, guys, I'm telling you about so Iggy, how do you play fantasy? Do you choose between 2 to 3 quarterbacks that you might play every week, or do you just have a guy you just roll him out there no matter what the matchup is?
And so in a non-super flex league, just one QB, that's pretty much what I do. I'll have one on the reserves because you never know, just like that getting hurt. But but it's not going to be the same caliber quarterback. Like I get my quarterback, this is going to be my guy. Okay, we're getting into the later rounds. Let me grab Jared Goff or Mac Jones or Marcus Mariota, and then I just got that person in case of an emergency because I don't like getting caught with my hand. I have one league I had Dak, and the only other quarterback out there was Cooper Rush and Geno Smith. Somebody went out there and got Geno, so I'm stuck with Cooper Rush. So that you got to have a good backup. But I do agree. I kind of just I plug and play and I don't worry about it. My waivers are going to be looking at other players. So
that's all I want to get somebody else's advice because I feel like that's called music. I call it musical chairs in fantasy, and I feel like that's how you get whooped. Because I've seen bad matchups where guys still perform great against bad matchups, and I've seen guys have a great matchup and perform bad. So to me, what I've learned out through the years of fantasy is playing the stud. My guy that I picked, I'm just gonna play him. I don't care about the matchups. The DST is a little bit different, but we talk about quarterbacks right now.
Right.
Yeah. And Ed Tate says, how you like Mike Williams tonight? I like Mike Williams tonight. Yes, I like him. I think he has a chance to go for 2 touchdowns. Last year, he went for 120 and 1 tub against Kansas City, if I'm not mistaken. So I think he matches up good, especially with Keenan Allen being out. So Mike Williams all day, bro. What you think, Iggy?
I want to go pull up his line right here because I like to trust the bookies, man. They're pretty smart, I think.
Yeah, they are.
His line's 65.
Not as smart as me and you, but yeah, they're smart.
They try to be. Yeah. No, but his line's at 65.5. That's the second highest line out there after Travis Kelce. I think it all depends on who he's going to get the touchdown to. Like I said, I think when I watched Justin Herbert on film, he's just doing the 1,001, not open, 1,001, not open. So you only have kind of like that little bit of a read for him to give you the ball. And if Mike Williams is going to be constantly the number 1, I'm worried about him as a touchdown, which we all want in fantasy. We all want some touchdowns. But from a yardage perspective, I think he's good for about 65, 70 yards a day, probably 5 catches. You determine how that works for your league. If it's non-PPR, half PPR,
there you go.
That's going to be enough,
There you go, Iggy. See, now he talking gas, guys. See, that's why I tell you, I'm not trying to cover my butt, but fantasy is different for everybody's team. Mike Williams might be great for me, but for Iggy, he don't like, no, I don't want him. And that's fair. That's fine. That's different fantasy. It just depends on the league, right, Iggy? Tell me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, no, all for the league. Like I said, I think he's serviceable this week. I like to get the touchdowns. I like to look at who's going to get the touchdowns. And I don't know that he's going to get the touchdown this week, but I think he's serviceable. Like I said, if you're in a PPR league and he gets 6, 7 catches, 60, 70 yards, you're looking at 12, 13, 14 points without a touchdown. So if that's good enough for you, I think that's, go with it.
Yep. But just like earlier when we seen PPR, we was like, Amon-Ra. We thought it was PPR, so we said Amon-Ra. But then as soon as we found out it was standard, we was like, oh, Mike Williams, it's easy all day, right?
Yeah,
so that's what I mean when it's different for different people. In different leagues, different settings. Some leagues got bonuses for 20-yard catches. So that's good for Mike Williams, where that might not be good for like a guy like Keenan Allen, right? That might not really actually help him in the fantasy week because he might not be catching a lot of balls over 25 yards. So it's just different leagues, different players. Make sure you know your leagues.
Know your point. Especially first downs. That's becoming more and more popular. Catching first downs, get a half a point at 1 point. Mike Williams is going to be good for that because most of his yardage is 8, 9 plus.
Yep. He got the highest ADOT in the last 5 years in the NFL, right? No, he got the highest ADOT.
Yeah, I think so. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Ryan S., what's up, bro? Hey, if you already subscribed, I apologize, man. I got a lot of value in here, bro. But hey, thank you for being here. This is a great fantasy football community. I got my homie here, Iggy. He says Marquise Brown or Gabe Davis for week 2. I'm going Gabe Davis all day. What about you, Iggy?
Yeah, like I said, we're all, Buffalo's. They got all these primetime games, Monday night game, Gabe Davis. I think it's all there. I like Marquise Brown. I think Arizona is going to have to figure out a way to scheme him open more because AJ Green didn't show up. But there's just not really a lot of when I look at it, the Bills are going to pass a lot. Gabe Davis is number 2. He's way bigger than any slot corner that they put on him. So he's just almost always open. And Josh Allen has got that zinger coming, bro. So I just thought for Gabe Davis too.
I wouldn't be surprised if Gabe Davis had 15 touchdowns. I know how I am, Iggy. I'm not gonna be safe. I'm gonna say what it is because I like the upside. How many touchdowns you think he's gonna get this year?
I think 15's within reach. I think
exactly.
He's over 10 for sure. I think 10 to 15 is a great range. So
yep. So guys, you want to go put in a little bet right there? You see, Iggy just gave you something. I'm telling you, this guy knows his stuff, guys. Listen, I feel like my knowledge is up there, so I don't really submit too often unless a guy knows his stuff. And Iggy, when it comes to IDP and betting, I'm not on this level. I'll tell you that now.
No, you're great, man.
Ignitus, Penny Feather, he says you cannot start Amon-Ra and Gabe Davis. You cannot start. Yeah, man, it's really, but he probably in the 18 league, right? That's why a lot of times I'll be like, Amon-Ra, Gabe Davis, Mike Williams, Justin Herbert, or Jamar Chase? Dang, bro, that's a hard decision because I play in 12. I don't like playing in 10-team leagues. It's either got to be 12, 14, or 16. That's just me. But I will play in one if the money right in a 10-team league.
Well, that's what I was saying when that to answer to say it back, Penny Feather. I said, man, you can't really go wrong when you got those 4 guys. It's kind of just take which one you don't want. But yeah, man, it's hard not to start those guys. You know what I'm saying? I get it.
Yep. It's all about format dependent. That's why the difference between Amon-Ra, St. Brown, and Gabe Davis is all about format. One guy's a big-time touchdown guy, and one guy's going to get 10 targets. So it just depends on what you need. Jalen, what's up, bro? Subscribe to the channel if you're here. If you're new, bro. And Jalen Janusis, I don't know. But I'm going to just call you Jalen, bro. I'm glad you're here, bro. Great fantasy football community. I'm here with my homeboy, Iggy. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. But he says, start Henderson, Edmonds, or Dillon. I'm going to let you go first on this one, Iggy.
Woo, A.J. Dillon, like I said, I watched that film, so I'm a little bit biased. He was a leading receiver in receptions, a leading receiver in yardage. He pounded it in from the 5. So it's kind of hard for me to argue against Dillon. They're going to be playing against Chicago, not the greatest defense. But, man, Edmonds, I'm a big truther, too. Henderson doesn't have a lot of competition. But if you're putting me in a corner, I'm going to go Dillon 1, Edmonds 2, Henderson 3. PPR.
Yep. So he said start Henderson, Edmonds, or Dillon. I'm going to go with Dillon. That's easy all day long. And listen, I might have been on Dillon a little bit earlier than Iggy, but Iggy is is a Packers fan, so he knows the Packers. So guys, you trust him. So Iggy, who do you like this year, Aaron Jones or Dylan?
I mean, I've been big on Dylan. I think they'll both
Okay.
have big plays. I like Aaron Jones too, but after I watched how they're going to use Aaron Jones only had 4 rushes. He had 60
Yep.
yards. It was all
Yep.
big plays. AJ Dillon had twice as much volume, led them in pass catching, so that kind of threw me off. But Matt LaFleur said, "Well, I got two one running backs." He said, "I got 2
Yep.
running backs that could be ones on
1A.
anybody."
Yep.
Yeah.
1A and 1A. Yep. That's what
So,
he said.
yeah, 1A and 1A. So, yeah, I believe in Dylan after watching that film even more. I was like, you can't go wrong with either. After watching last week, I'm like, man, he's the guy.
Yep. And Steven Muse, what's up, bro? And I'm sorry about that, guys. This is a long comment, so I know it's covering up our face a little bit. But he says, Steven says, those wide receivers are my 3 and 6 picks. Okay, 3 to 6 picks. So I think he's talking about round 3 to 6 round. And he said, it is tough. I never even considered Sun God on bench. I thought it was between Benji Williams and Davis, but it is something I need to consider. Thanks again. Yeah, bro. And I get it because I don't want to sit no armor. I love Armor this year. But, bro, you got some killers and touchdown scoring guys. In standard, bro, Armor don't really give you the value that he really could if he was in PPR. But he's still good because, he's Armor St. Brown. He's going to catch touchdowns. But in standard, bro, you got to always go for the touchdown wide receivers. Like guys like Justin Jefferson, Cooper Kupp, those are the good guys. But guys like maybe Hunter Renfrow, guys like that, they're not really big in standard. So hopefully that helps you out. What would you say to him, Iggy?
Yeah, it is difficult when you got that high draft capital in those guys if you can't start them all. But just be patient. Don't drop them. Injuries going to happen starting week 6. We got bye weeks starting to roll in. So it's a good problem to have, man. It's a good problem to have.
Yep, I agree. Steven says, good luck tonight and this weekend with your teams. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Yes, sir.
You too, man. You too.
B Silver in the house. What's up, bro? He says, are we safe to start J.K. Dobbins this week? I'm not doing it, bro. What about you, Iggy?
Nah, I'm not unless I have to. I'm not.
Yeah, and I don't know if I'll do it if I have to. I don't know if I do it if I have to. I might go get somebody off the bench. Like Jeff Wilson or something out there. He says, I have 2 spots to start running backs in 4 PPR. Dobbins, Henderson, Hines, Gainwell, Khalil Herbert, Jamal Williams, Damian Harris. He said, have 2 spots to start RBs. I'm going to say Henderson and Henderson. Ooh, bro, I don't.
I think I would start
Henderson. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say Henderson for sure. Then for me, it's either Gainwell or Harris. They played a lot of Sanders, but Harris. And the thing is, Ty Montgomery, he's out. He was just played for the Patriots. He scored a touchdown. He led the team in the backfield in receptions, and he's out. So something's got to give in that backfield. Harris or Stevenson. And Stevenson got hyped up, man. His ADP went way up there at the very end, and he didn't hardly even get played. So I think it's either. Khalil Herbert could have a good game against Green Bay too, but Henderson for sure. Then me, it's either Harris or Gainwell because I think Gainwell could get some volume in the pass game maybe.
Yeah, man. I didn't. That's what I was thinking. Gainwell or Hines. It's between those 2 guys. I guess I'll go with Gainwell too. I'm gonna go with Henderson and Gainwell, man. But Hines is good. I like Hines. I think Hines is can go get 7 catches this game. So in PPR, you wouldn't be going wrong if you play Hines. But Gainwell has a particular role. He's on certain. He's in certain plays. Like they're gonna use him. He don't have a role that Miles Sanders have, but they're gonna use him, especially if they trailing. They in an up tempo offense. I think Gainwell will get a lot of value. So I'm gonna say Henderson and Gainwell as long as with Iggy. Yep. And let me see here.
Gainwell had a tutty last week too. So.
Yep. And Joe, hey, bro, I don't want to murder your name, but glad to see you here, man. This is a great fantasy football community, bro. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe. But he says Brandon Cooks, Marquise Brown, Deontay Johnson, pick 2. Brandon Cooks and Deontay Johnson. Brandon Cooks and Deontay Johnson.
Yeah, playing in Denver, Brandon Cooks. I don't know if he's going to be matched up on Patrick Surtain all game or not. That's going to be an interesting battle. I'm going to still take – I think I'm going to take Cooks and Johnson too. Deontay let us down. I have a lot of shares of Claypool and Johnson, just depending on how the board fell to me, man. But I think that somebody's gonna have to step it up for Mitchell Trubisky this week, no doubt about it.
Yep. And I gave you the targets. I went with the targets in this situation. Brandon Cooks, he's the number one. He goes in the slot. He's moving around. So if old boy gonna follow him, he's gonna have to follow Brandon Cooks in the slot. Deontay Johnson is just a target hog. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna get 6 to 7 targets. It's a lot of mouths to feed, but Marquise Brown, I don't know what's going on with Arizona. Cliff Kingsbury, I love Cliff. He could get fired. Like, it don't look good over there. The defense, they didn't resign Chandler Jones, which I don't know why. They let a lot of people walk off that defense. I don't know why. So it is what it is. But I'm going to go with Brandon Cooks and Deontay. Mass Network says, what up, fellas?
What up, Mass Network?
Mass Network says Zeke or Connor. I'm going with Connor.
Yeah, Benjamin, I hyped him up a lot. I think he's doing good, but Connor's still by far the guy. They still throw to him and they still run to him. So, Connor.
Yeah. And Greg, what's going on, Greg? I'm pretty sure, man, you already subscribed to the channel, but you haven't yet. Make sure you subscribe and hit the like button, bro. This is cutting edge content, man. Appreciate you being here, bro. But Greg says Cole Kmet or Robert Tonyan for the rest of the season. And also, is George Pickens a drop in a 12-man league? No. I'm not dropping George Pickens, but Cole Kmet or Robert Tonyan, y'all not gonna like what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say Cole Kmet. I think Cole Kmet is good. I think he just played in a bad game. I think it was just a typhoon game. So I'm gonna say Cole Kmet. Go ahead, Iggy.
Yeah, Cole Kmet I think is far more popular. Once again, I looked at the film. The first half, they didn't throw to Robert Tonyan at all. Aaron Rodgers looked like he lost confidence in his wide receivers. He started going to Tonyan and Dillon a lot. So I think Tonyan is due for a pretty big season. I think he could get back over double-digit touchdowns again this year.
So you're going with Tonyan, right?
I'm going with Tonyan.
Yep.
And I'm not dropping Pickens. Hold on to him to at least week 5.
Yep. We got my homie coming in the house. We got somebody else in here. What's going on, Pretty Richie? What they called him?
What's going on? What's up, everybody?
Hey, what's up, Pretty Richie? How's it going, man?
What's going on? How y'all doing tonight?
We doing good, bro. We doing good. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So you want to answer this question, Richie, real quick? You want to between Cole Kmet and Robert Tonyan?
What's the who Cole Kmet? I would go with Robert Tonyan.
Okay. Yep. What about Pickens?
I would go with Robert Tonyan. We've been hearing good things out of Cole Kmet, and Phil's been targeting him a lot.
Yep. What about, would you drop George Pickens in the 12-man league?
Nah. No, is it Dynasty?
Nah, he didn't say. So just answer however you may. He didn't say.
If it's Dynasty, keep George Pickens.
Yep. And I'm keeping him in redraft too right now because it's still so early. I'm keeping him. Yep. And DeAndre Swift season said, what's good? Just got JT. Okay, Andrews, Gabe Davis, but I gave up Lenny, Debo, Hindi, and Patterson. The only player that I'm worried about that you gave up right there is Debo. I think Patterson is going to be a beast too, but the only player that you really gave up was Debo. But you got Jonathan Taylor, Gabe Davis. I still think you did a good trade. I think that's a great trade. I'm going to get that a B+. He said, I won the trade. He said, I got Lamar too, full PPR 12 team. What you think, Iggy?
Yeah, now he's got the Andrews Lamar stack. That's going to be good. JT's going to, he got 3 positions. He got the running back, tight end, and wide receiver, and he got potential top 3 in all of them. So I think he had to have won it. You know what I'm saying? I think he chose the right choice there. Patterson and Lenny, that's a lot to give up in the running back room, but you got JT, man. Come on.
Yep, I agree. I'm trying to see is it a better way to do this? Nah, that's not it. Because the thing is messing up.
Yeah, Lenny, Patterson, as long as you got a little bit more depth in that running back room. If not, go stay high. Go pick up a Gainwell. Go pick up a Herbert. Go pick up a Carter. If people are still dying Michael Carter, go get him, bro. There's ways to get some value out there.
Yep. Guys, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, guys. This is cutting edge content. Lucius, what's up, bruh? He says kind of hard one for one flex. Kind of hard one for one flex and one wide receiver spot. Half PPR. Juju, CEH, Zeke, Ayuk, Marquise Brown, or J Rob. So you said one flex and one wide receiver.
Marquise Brown.
Either
that or CEH. That's a tough one. If he needs a running back, go CEH. If he needs a wide receiver, I would go Marquise Brown.
Yep. So the one wide receiver I would go was Marquise Brown too, and I would play CEH tonight. Yep, that's what I would do.
There you go.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah. I like. Whoo. Let me see. One flex. Who is the Jacksonville Jaguars? Who are they playing?
They're playing the Colts at home, and they beat them six times in a row. Yeah, they can't win in Jacksonville.
They tied to Texas, man. They're going ball out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with CEH and Marquise Brown. I wanted to see what J Rob had in front of him. What you think, Iggy?
Man, that's tough. I guess I got to go. I definitely go in CEH in the flex, and then I guess the weather's going to be nasty in San Francisco, so I can't go Ayuk. I guess I'm going to go Marquise Brown too.
And Matt says, "What's up, bro? What's going on, Matt? Long time no see, bro." Matt says, "Who is the better waiver ad, Johan Dotson or Duvernay?" Johan Dotson, bro, all day. And he says, "Are either of them worth dropping Ayuk or Woods for? Drop Woods, but don't drop Ayuk. Go ahead.
Yeah,
no. Devin Duvernay, he's the new Deshaun Jackson from Philly. The one trick phony, baby. Go for them long passes."
Yes,
yeah. I do think Lamar's out to prove it that he's the real deal. It's sad that he's got to prove it again, in my opinion. But I think he's going to have a great year. But man, yeah, Johan Dotson. That Washington game, they tried to do everything they could for Wentz. Man, they gave him play action. They gave him a lot of deep go routes. I kind of believe in what I saw in Washington, so I'm going Dotson, and I would drop him for Woods.
Yep. Football Fan 28, what's going on with you, bro? Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new, man. This is cutting edge content. I got my homies here. I got Pretty Richie, what they called it, and I got the IDP Iggy. Nobody knows IDP like him. So, guys, make sure you hit the subscribe button, guys. This is cutting edge content I'm providing for you. But Football Fan says pick 2 for PPR. Sutton, Mike Williams, Dillon, or St. Brown. And he says, my only fear is I also have Everett and Herbert, so Mike would be a 3-team stack. So, Iggy, I'll start with you, Richie. Go ahead, Richie. Go ahead.
I love Courtney Sutton and A.J. Dillon. I'm starting A.J. Dillon every week. I don't care. I don't know if it's because I'm biased because I'm a Packers fan, but he looks so good. He looks like the 1A, and Aaron Jones looks like the 1B. That's going to be game script. But I definitely love Sutton and Dillon. Mac Williams always scared me. He didn't do nothing on Sunday. He scares me, man. He's going to have an opportunity tonight, though, because Keenan Allen is out.
Yep. Go ahead, Iggy.
I think I'm going to go St. Brown like we talked about with PPR. He could get about 8-9 catches, and then I'm going A.J. Dillon, too. I'm riding that train. Like I said earlier, he was the leading receiver for the Packers, leading in yards, leading in reception. There's nothing not to like about A.J. Dillon this year.
Yep. And listen, man, I know it's probably hard. It's hard for me. I'm going to speak for me. I don't like sitting Mike Williams, but when you got these studs in front of me, I cannot tell you to play Mike Williams over no St. Brown after what he did for week 1.
Right.
And St. Brown is a PPR monster. So in PPR, it's going to be St. Brown and Dillon. That's easy all day. Like, TD, what you talking about? That's Dillon. Dillon's a beast, man. I told y'all for 3 years. Y'all killed me a little bit in the beginning because I'm like, he better than Aaron Jones? I said, yep, he is.
Yeah, I did. Aaron Jones, they paid him, though. So we'll see. He's going to have to step it up.
But the deal was different. The whole deal wasn't guaranteed.
Yeah.
That's what I knew. Yep.
Yeah, after this year, I think they're going to have to try to pay him 20-something million. I don't think Aaron Jones is going to be there.
No, but what he's going to do is get a deal for about $2 to $3 million a year because he don't want to leave the Packers.
Yeah.
But A.J. Dillon's got the NFL draft capital as well. He was drafted in the second round by LaFleur. So he handpicked him for what he wanted to do.
Yep, but what they gonna do is make Aaron Jones be able to sign. Aaron Jones be like, I signed for $3 million a year, just because Aaron Jones don't want to go nowhere and get the bell cow workload. He don't want to go to no Las Vegas Raiders and then fall off, right?
Yeah,
right.
It's like stay with your team. They know what you do best. They're not gonna have the pressure. If you don't perform certain games, they're not gonna have no pressure on you. So I think he's gonna take a cheap deal and just be like a satellite backing up AJ Dillon, doing what he kind of doing right now. That's my
right.
2 cents on it. Greg says Komet or Tunyon this week. Man, well, that's a great question. People have been asking that question. This is not the first time we've seen it. I'm gonna say Komet just because I feel like Justin Fields don't have a lot of targets that he's targeting. Like he only has Darnell Mooney, Komet. That's it. So I'm gonna say Komet. Tunyon, he could get a carry. I mean, he could get a catch here. He could get. I mean, he got Aaron Rodgers as his quarterback. I just don't know how much value he gets, but I like him as he gets healthy. But right now, I'm gonna go with Komet. And he says, also, would you keep and drop my own term this season? So I would keep Komet, but I'm not saying I'm stuck on him. If Tunyon start hitting, you got to go get him. What you say, Pretty Richard?
I love Tunyon this week. Coleman is good too. Coleman is more smart, but Aaron Rodgers, a lot of people think he lost that game last week because he was upset
First
because
strike.
Christian Watson had dropped that long pass. So he said, "You know what? I'm not throwing to nobody." So he started throwing to his running backs and stuff like that. But I believe he likes Tunyon. He's familiar with Tunyon.
Yeah.
The rest of the guys are all rookies. They're new, like Sammy Watkins. He's not the answer. He hasn't been the answer for a long time in Green Bay or any other team that he played for. Then there was who else is there? On the other side, Dubes. Dubes did pretty good. You know,
Yep.
what was it? Dubes, Dobbs? I'm sorry.
Dobbs.
But either way,
No, you good.
He looked okay. Okay. But when it comes down to his security blanket and what he feels comfortable doing, or who still actually has the talent, because Randall Cobb is just too old at this point. So he can teach him and coach him up. But as far as production on the actual playing field, it's going to be Tunyon, especially when he needs a first down or a touchdown.
I agree. I agree to a certain extent with that. I love that you're talking about because that's why it makes me feel good about Tunyon is Aaron Rodgers. But I don't know how much value he gets, right? I don't know if he gets enough value. I don't know if one touchdown is good. But right. I get what you're saying, man. I don't disagree. I don't disagree with what you're saying. What about you, Iggy?
Like I said, when I was watching the film in the second half, he kind of quit throwing to his wide receivers, started throwing to Tunyon a lot. They started getting him in more packages, looking at A.J. Dillon a lot more, Aaron Jones a lot more. And I think Aaron Rodgers is going to do that again. Eddie Jackson's the safety for the Bears, I believe, correct? I'm not certain, but he's pretty good. But I think Tunyon will be able to get free, shaking, and somebody's going to have to, develop some more trust with Rodgers. And until that moment, I think Tunyon's going to get about 5 or 6, 7 catches a game, maybe.
That means how many did he have last week, Iggy?
I think he had 4 catches.
Yeah, I would agree with that go up. Yeah, that's going to go up. I agree with that. And guys, go ahead. Iggy, starting with you. Go ahead and shoot your stuff out again, bro. Hey, guys, go subscribe to his YouTube channel, and he's going to plug his rest of his stuff. Go ahead, Iggy.
Yeah, the YouTube is Iggy's Fantasy and Betting. I'm on Twitter at IDP_Iggy. My Patreon, where everything I write is for free there. If you want to talk about your betting lines, if we look at your team stuff, we can do that. But that's Iggy's F and then the letter N and then B. Okay, so a little different, but just remember Iggy's Fantasy and Betting. You'll be able to find me at any of those things or IDP_Iggy. Thank you.
Yep, go ahead, Pretty. Yep, no problem. Go ahead, Pretty Richie.
Oh, I started a Patreon. It's Pretty Richie 1111. Real easy to find. I'm on Twitter. Really banking off of and being with you, Terry. You know what I mean? So if you can find Terry good, you can find Pretty Richie. And like I said, I'm the Batman. I'm the Robin to his Batman, and like I said, I just got a couple of things on Patreon, but I'm just building it up, learning the industry, learning the business through Terry.
Yep. And also, guys, he writes articles on the website, and so I'm still trying to get, and I know Iggy probably gonna get on me. I got to give him access too, but man, it's my IT guy, bro. So I work with him, and until we get free time, I can't give you the access because he does all the backdoor stuff. So that's what's going on. But guys, Iggy's going to be writing IDP articles and just whatever, because Iggy got other knowledge other than this IDP. So betting stuff, whatever, guys. You want to go to my website, guys. I'm telling you, my website is building. So make sure you get on there first. All right, let's move on. And Rafael Castro, what's up, bro? Subscribe to the channel if you're new, man. This is cutting edge content, bro. This is a great fantasy football community. I got my homie here, IDP Iggy, and my co-worker, Pretty Richie, what they called him. Pretty Richie, what they called him. So, guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel. But he says Cordell Patterson or CEH. I don't care nothing about, I'm going with Cordell Patterson here. CEH is, I like how he's played in this offense, especially last week. I feel like they used him the right way. They didn't ask him to be Kareem Hunt because he's not Kareem Hunt, but he's a good stat back. But Cordell Patterson, guys, I don't care what nobody said. The last 2 years, Cordell Patterson, a top 10 player in the NFL. I said what I said.
Yes. I concur with you. I agree with that. When it comes to fantasy, when it comes to fantasy, you want to start the person who's going to get the most looks and the most touches in that offense. And it's obvious, Cordell, other than Cordell, Kyle Pitts, they seem to be triple and double teaming Kyle Pitts. Yep. So that's leaving a lot more opportunities so far for Cordell Patterson. CEH, he has a good role within a good offense, but you have to give the edge Patterson when it comes to touches.
Yep. What about you, Iggy?
I'm with the same way. I've been a Patterson truther for a couple of years now. I think he's finally getting utilized right. I don't think CEH is necessarily going to have a bad game. I think he's got a pretty good floor too, but I want the person that has the potential to bust out the big play, and that's Patterson.
Yep. Guys, make sure you hit the like button. We got 22 people in the chat. Let me see. Hold on, guys. Let me go to the live and see how many likes we got. It helps me follow through. Okay. Yep. Let's get the likes up, guys. My homie, the one and only, he won the championship in the league that I was in last year, and that he came out of nowhere with this championship. TJ Gross, what's up, bruh? He says, what up, TD and Iggy?
What up, TD? What up, TJ? I mean, yeah, he's in the fantasy football 7.
What's going on, Mr. Goss? Champion.
Got him in the game of the week. Yeah, man. Gotta love it.
Now, when you stand Terry, can you explain what you said? He won the league. He came out of nowhere. What do you mean by that?
Yeah. So he didn't have a lot of boom players in the beginning that I thought. And as the season went on, his players evolved, man, into a championship team. And he whooped a guy that was like 14. Like a guy had only lost one game. And TJ whooped him in the championship game. You talking about a hell of a championship game? That was the highest scoring game of the year. And it was going back and forth. It was like 350, 360, 372, 380. And I think the game ended up, somebody got injured and the guy won by like 5 points and TJ won the championship.
Man.
See that I was asking that to make a point because a lot of people were upset that they lost their first week in fantasy. Mm-hmm. And I was telling, like I was saying yesterday, you got to trust the process. You can't get discouraged. You got to keep with it. You got to work the waiver wire. You got to continue to study and research and continue to build off of the foundation of your team in order to win that championship. No, hardly nobody's going to be undefeated in fantasy. I haven't seen it. I heard of it once, never saw it any other time. But right. Yeah. I heard somebody say they were undefeated one time, but I never saw it. But you got to stay consistent and you got to trust the process, stay positive minded, and continue to just grind and continue to try to make your team that much more better. And as experience goes along, you'll know how to consolidate as we get towards December and January. You're going to want to start to consolidate, but that's another lesson.
Yep, I agree. That's another video. That's a draft strategy video. That's OnlyFans stuff. That's Patreon stuff.
Yes, sir.
And XX Lex says, Coach or Patriots D this week. I can't go with the Patriots D. I'm going with the Coach.
Yeah, I got like the Coach too. Is Leonard, did he practice?
Yeah, he's practicing Sequel. Let Iggy speak on him. Speak on it, Iggy.
Yeah, Shaq's back at practicing this week. It's not a go. There's all kinds of playmakers over there on the Colts defense, man. But I got to take the Patriots just because the Colts they just don't play good in Jacksonville. They get down in that muggy, humid weather, man. They just start looking sluggish. But it could be a different year. You got Stephon Gilmore. You got Bobby O. You got Kwity Paye. You got Buckner. You got Yannick Ngakoue. I mean, you got Kenny Moore the second. I mean, there's no holes in that Colts defense, baby. And they did all this without Shaq Leonard. And he's the best player. He's the best player they got. So it's going to be hard. But I was going to take the Patriots D. They're going to have to help their offense. Their offense looks bad. And they're going to have somebody step it up over there and make some big plays. So just this week, for the rest of the season, I like the Colts. But this week, I like Patriots D.
He put another question. He said, "Or the Ravens." I will go ahead and I might will go ahead and go with the Ravens.
Yeah, I think I would too.
What about you,
Who the
Richard?
Ravens playing again? If I refresh my memory.
Who was that? I know I liked it from the beginning when I watched. Let me see.
It was AFC. Let me look real quick. I got it right here. Let's see. Trying to pull it up. It's going slow on me.
Okay. Let's see.
Because the Steelers are playing the Patriots. And then we got man, where are they? I don't
They're
see
playing
them.
Miami.
Miami, yeah, that's right.
Yep. They playing.
I don't know
Miami.
about that, man. Two of the boys look good, man. I don't know. I'm gonna have to stick with the Colts.
Yeah, I think so too. I think I'm about to go back with the Colts. I agree with Richard. You sold me, Richard. You're right.
I'm still going with the Patriots against the Steelers.
Okay. Chris Carter, what's up, guys? Hey, I don't know if y'all know, this is my homie, guys. He played college. I think he played in the league for a little bit. His uncle was a baseball player. Egan, I know you love baseball. Chris Carter, put in the chat who your uncle was again. It was a top of the line player, bro. His uncle. But yeah, that's my
What's
homie
going
right
on,
there.
Chris Carter? Good to see you, man.
Yeah, welcome to the show, man.
He said, I am stuck on this, Everett or Ertz.
Everett.
I'm going to go with Ertz.
I'm going to go with Everett. I think there's something special happening there with Herbert.
Yeah, he showed out. He answered my question because I wasn't sure who they was going to go with because if it pushed out earlier in camp, they was like Parham. Yeah, they was. I said I don't know which one that Herbert likes, but it was clear last Sunday that he liked Everett a lot. And now you got Keenan Allen out, and that's going to be his go-to security blanket tonight against the Kansas City Chiefs. You know it's going to be a high-scoring game, and Ertz is still kind of hobbled with that injury. I'm going with Everett.
The only reason why I went with Ertz is what do they got over there other than James Conner? Who they got for a red zone target?
I mean, Kyler Murray. He scored a touchdown last week. Yeah.
Yep. That's why I feel like around the red zone they're gonna try to scheme up Ertz because he's tall. Unless AJ Green can come out of hiding.
Yeah, that's sad.
They need a tall guy. Me too, man.
So,
yep. They need a tall guy because Kyler's short. That's why tall guys mean so much to him. So that's the only reason why I'm going to Ertz. And with Everett, I love Everett just to roll him out there, but Justin Herbert ain't got no favorites other than Keenan Allen, which is out. So, bro, he could go to Parham today. You know what I'm saying? But I do like Everett. I'm not trying to say don't play Everett, but over Ertz, I just feel like Ertz has a better opportunity to get the touchdown when it comes to a tight end. That's what makes you either a tight end 2 or the tight end 20.
Right. But if it's a tight end premium scoring league, receptions are very valuable.
Yeah,
very valuable.
I agree.
Like if it wasn't for that touchdown last week, Ertz only had like what? I think 3 catches. That was about it. Whereas Everett he got a touchdown and he got the reception.
That's true.
One thing I like about Everett, man, I love seeing that number 7, bro. That's clean on a tight end, bro.
Yeah, man, this is a new guys. 5-10 years ago, we'd be like, they'd never do that. I'd have bet somebody $100, but they ain't let no tight end with no single digits. I'm wrong. Don't never. Hey, that's why I say don't never say never in life. Don't never say never in life.
You know, in high school, I played both ways, but tight end, I was number 5. So, I had to squeeze into it. Coach is like, you want that 5? I was like, oh, yeah, coach. I was like, I want that number 5, man.
Yes, sir. Guys, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, guys. This is cutting-edge content, guys. This is a great fantasy football community. So, TJ Gross, he says, sorry, my Vikings, he talking to y'all, not me. He says, sorry, my Vikings had to put the hurt on the Packers last week, but the Pack will bounce back this week for sure. So he tried to put a little patty cake in the end.
Listen, let me tell you something, Mr. Goss. It's all good because the Packers historically have always started off slow. Look, they lost by what? Jameis Winston threw 5 touchdowns on them last year. Aaron Rodgers is a slow starter. That team is a slow starter. Don't forget, they didn't play none of their starters in the preseason. So last Sunday basically was their preseason 3 game. You know what I mean? And if you ask me, they didn't start because it's everybody's new. We got rookies in there and stuff like that. We wanted to just get out of preseason healthy.
Yep. All right, guys. So I'm gonna kind of get to the question a little bit faster, because we was about on this hour, and so I don't want to hold us too long. So I'm gonna get to the questions quick. XX Flex says Hunt, Dylan, or Kamara this week. I'm going with Dylan.
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 Yep. Rodriguez, what's up, bro? Subscribe to the channel if you're new, man. This is cutting edge content. He says 4 PPR. Need a flex, Breach Hall or James Robinson?
James Robinson.
Yeah,
You're gonna have to wait. You're gonna be patient. You shouldn't be playing Hall. Hall is a hold. You just hold him right now because Carter is the real deal. Carter can play. Michael Carter can play. A lot of people slept on him. You're gonna have to hold and wait on Breach Hall to get that boom.
I'm sorry, I took a victory lap. Don't be mad at me, guys. But he come right behind me. Iggy come right behind me though. Soon as I said Michael Carter, he said, TD, I like him too. I said, okay, bro, okay. Yep. He loves, listen, we love PPR backs. He does too, man. He loved Kenneth Gainwell. He loved Michael Carter. He loved those little guys where you can pick them up. And you know how they are, from week to week, they can outboom the starters, right? Because they PPR monsters. So
they're 4-minute offense guys, 2-minute offensive guys, third down guys. You can't put a price on those guys when you need them.
And sometimes they turn into Austin Eckler's where they have a 4.
Yeah,
right, exactly.
And that's what Michael Carter's going to do. Yep.
And I mean, Darren Sproles, man. That's who I always throw back to. Darren Sproles. He won me my first championship.
That's why you like him.
That's why I like him, bro. Yeah, he's not straight on Friday, bro.
Nice. And 619 Bengals fan said T. Higgins or Marquez Valdes-Scantling. I don't know if T. Higgins playing, so I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I was about to say. I don't know. He's still trying to get past concussion protocol. You better take that. Right. That's not something easy to get out of.
Yeah, that's right. And then if he does pass concussion protocol, he get in there. It's not going to take much to take him out of the game. I will go with MVS as a safer play.
Yep, guys, make sure you hit the like button. We got 28 people in here. We got 22 likes. Let's get up to 30, guys, before we get out of here.
Yes. And also, that's Tyler Boyd's back there. Cincinnati's got 3 good wide receivers. They don't have to rush Higgins back right now. They ain't got to rush him back.
Right.
The real slap chop says I got 2 spots. Who should I start? Juju, Lazard, Claypool, and Thielen. I'm torn. I'm gonna say Thielen and
Claypool.
Claypool got the upside. I'm gonna say
looking at Claypool too.
I'm gonna say Thielen and Juju.
I like how they used Claypool last week, and plus Najee Harris is hobbled a little bit, so they may scheme Claypool there a little bit more.
I think he had 4 carries. He's a big boy, man. If they can get close to that red zone, 6 carries. Excuse me, yeah.
Yep.
So I mean, if they get close to that, they didn't get too close to the red zone against the Bengals. If they can get a little closer, Claypool's going to be schemed to be open to be looked at in the pass game, and maybe even to be running, just like Pretty Richie said. He may mess around and get about 10, 11 carries this game.
Yep. And guys, I don't disagree with them guys. The only reason why I'm going with Juju is it's safe. I've learned as a content creator to go a little safe sometimes, right? Because I get killed. I get killed so much. And so these guys, y'all are right. So if you get what I'm saying, you are right. But I'm gonna make sure Juju gonna get targets, right? He gonna get 7 targets, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. He's the safe floor. Right. Thiel's gonna get targets. But the upside play is Claypool. He just hasn't done it yet. But I think it's coming. And you know how I feel about Claypool.
It's coming. Yes.
I actually think Claypool is using the right system. I'm being a little hyperbolish. He's not better than Jamar. I still think he could be more of a threat, like deep ball than Jamar, because he's 6'6", 240 pounds. Jamar is what, 6 foot, 5'11"?
Right.
So that presence with that type of speed, what 6'4" guy is running in the rounds in the league? I have never seen a 6'4" guy run in the rounds in the league.
Right.
Yeah, those are all Cooper Kupp's, Robert Woods, MVS's. So
exactly.
This question would have never been asked if Claypool wouldn't have got hurt in training camp, because he was killing it.
He was.
Then he got hurt, and then the steam got off.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why I started jumping on him. Mitch loves him. That's a big target.
Yep.
That's like Allen Robinson for him all over again.
Exactly. You're right. I agree 100%. And the real slap chop. Listen, bro, make sure you subscribe to the channel. This is cutting edge content, bro. I appreciate you being here. Make sure you hit the like button. He says PPR, by the way. So I think we still stay the same.
Still same.
Thielen and Juju.
Right.
And they saying Thielen and Claypool.
Right.
And Ed Tate says 4 PPR. I don't know what that
Same.
was. I guess that's one of his questions earlier. I think that was
Yeah, they
one of
got
his
so many
questions earlier.
formats out there. It's hard
Yeah.
to. He just wants to specify.
Yeah. And XX says Chase Edmonds, Allen Robinson, AJ Dillon, Hines, Julio Jones. Pick 2 for this week. I'm gonna say AJ Dillon and Julio Jones.
I say AJ Dillon and Chase Edmonds.
I say AJ Dillon, Chase Edmonds too. Give me the for sure thing. Julio's hurt again already.
I heard. But hopefully if he suits up, I'm gonna take Julio.
Could be
Chase
veteran
man,
led.
yeah, and Chase man has no upside. No touchdown upside. It's just no touchdown. I mean, PPR guy, but he ain't gonna score no red zone touchdown. I haven't seen him score a red zone touchdown in almost 2 years?
Yeah, that's true.
Pretty Richie said, "Hey, what's good? Appreciate that, Pretty Richie." And Matt says, "Would you start Hunt over Zeke if I'm already starting Chubb?"
Yes.
Would you start?
Yes.
Yeah, you can squeeze that backfield is what we say over here. Squeeze that backfield. I would play Hunt and Chubb.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It looked like they game plan. I mean, go back to it. It's Chubb, get closer to the red zone. Let's give it to Hunt. Mark Cooper didn't have much. Joku didn't have much. People Jones didn't have much. It's pretty clear what their game plan is.
Right.
Yep. And Matt says the new one trick pony.
You talking about Duvernay?
Oh yeah.
Okay. And the one and only Sean Bonds. That's my homie, guys. He's been following me since like 100, 200 subscribers. He says, "What's good, fellas? Start Bateman,
What's good?
Petey,
What's up, Mr. Bonds?
in the flex."
Welcome, Sean.
I'm gonna go with
Penny.
Man, that game's gonna be so sloppy.
I don't know. Man. I'm gonna go.
You got to start Penny. Penny and Bateman.
Yeah, I think I'm going Bateman. Oh, I don't know. Is he going to be locked up on Xavier Howard the whole time? Man, that's a good one. That's a good question.
It's a good question, man. Richard, you might be right. It might be Penny.
I think
I'm
it's
gonna go
Penny.
ahead. Yeah, I think it's Penny too. I'm gonna go ahead and say roll out with Penny, man. He's the running back. It's gonna be a rain game?
Now, keep in mind, Kenneth Walker's back. Kenneth Walker is going to start. Going to play. He's going to play.
Yeah, but it don't matter. That's for anybody for Penny. They're not gonna give Penny 100% of anything into like week 13, 14 because he's volatile. So yeah, Kenneth Walker is gonna be fine unless he break a long run. Do you worry about it? But I'll go Penny just for safeness, man, because Bateman and IU, the matchups and the weather don't look great.
Yeah, Penny's gonna have the most targets. So
Yep. Guys, let's get the likes up. We got 37 people in the chat. Let's get the likes up. We got 25 likes, guys. Let's get the likes up. Appreciate it. Just cutting edge content. 619 says, should I drop Renfro for Sterling Sherpa or can I also drop Renfro for Donovan Peoples? No, I wouldn't drop Renfro for neither one of those guys. What about y'all?
No, keep Renfro because all he needs is an injury to one of the marquee players. Devontae or Waller is always getting banged up, and Renfro's his stock is going to rise.
Okay. I'm with you guys. I just want to say real quick. I did see Tony was taking reps with the 4th-string offense at practice today. So Shepard and Slayton, they've jumped him. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's personality or Tony's not showing the effort in practice or what.
Tony don't want to be there. Tony don't want to play for the Giants.
Yeah,
Tony does not want to be in New York.
His 2 carries against the Titans look great, but it's got to be something in the practice that he's doing. He can't even get ahead of Wan'Dale Robinson. Rondale's not even playing. He's not even practicing right now. He's hurt. He's below Wan'Dale in the depth chart. So I would keep Renfro, but let's keep an eye on Shepard. Let's see what happens with him.
You know what?
I don't think Tony ever wanted to go to New York.
I think, and you might be right, and this is what I'm gonna say, Iggy. You made a great point. I think Daboll is like, and he ain't telling them, he's showing them. If you don't get your ass out there and practice, you ain't playing. But he's like, oh, I'm injured. And Daboll like, I get it, man. You okay? You ain't playing. So that's what Daboll is trying to tell them. If you can't get your ass out there, I'm not gonna let you sit on the bench on the sideline like you some top of the line guy while everybody else practicing. You think you're gonna get super targeted in the game? He's trying to groom him as a tough love right now. So
I think you're right. It's tough love. It is what it is. Tough love.
Yeah, that's what it is. Because that dude, everybody know how talented that dude is. KJ Frederick says, "What's up, bruh? Lamar Jackson against Miami, tough secondary last year. Miami blitz Lamar. Yeah, that coach ain't there. He's blitzes like that. He's a Lamar crazy or Kirk Cousins Monday night. Kirk Cousins with the K. Kirk.
Yeah, I'm with
You
you,
going
man.
with
I
Kirk
love
over Lamar?
I love
Yes,
Lamar.
Yeah, I'm going with Lamar.
Over Miami.
No, I love Lamar, but Kirk against that Eagles secondary, he's gonna feast, bro. Like they're gonna tear him up.
Mm-hmm. And you know it's Kirk. You know how I feel about Kirk Cousins, pretty Richie.
Yeah, you love him.
I love Lamar.
You know,
I love Lamar.
and rightfully so. I see why, but I love Lamar's legs is just superior. I gotta go with Lamar Jackson.
I think these two, along with Patrick Mahomes, you're looking at the top 3 MVP candidates at the end.
Yes.
I agree.
Maybe Josh Allen too. I'll forget Tim too. Those 4, somebody's gonna have to win it. These elite quarterbacks,
right?
Man. You know, that's a good problem to have right there. Lamar or Kirk.
Yeah, and I said that Kirk could win MVP this year, and everybody, I got killed early, didn't I, Richie, for that? When I said Kirk Cousins could be MVP candidate, I'm like, yes. MVP. I was like, all right, because it's not the best quarterback; it's the distance travel. That's why Steve Nash won MVPs over Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant was tremendously better than Steve Nash, even though Steve Nash had a great year. But Steve Nash came from a bench player to a starter with leading the league in assists. So they were like, that's the MVP. And then he did it again, and they gave it to him again. So I feel like Kirk Cousins could be like, oh my God, Kirk Cousins threw for 45 and 10 interceptions. MVP,
exactly.
Even though Pat Mahomes might have 50 and Justin Herbert might have, well, if Justin Herbert get 50, it might be something else though. But go ahead.
I was just going to say, when an MVP comes out of nowhere, I remember the year Brett Favre had way better numbers than Richard Gannon. And they gave it to Richard Gannon just for what you talked about. And what happened? John Gruden came along, got the best out of Gannon that he could get from him. What's coming along to Kirk Cousins? He's gotten that new head coach, new philosophy. He's getting the best out of him. And I think something that goes underrated, let's say Justin Jefferson has 20 touchdowns this year, 1,700 yards. He's still not going to give the MVP. They're going to give all that credit to Kirk. And I think JJ is going to be wide receiver 1. So, I'm right there with you. I started drafting Cousins in about late July. And I was like, man, there's about to be some potential here. And I started clicking. I let the hate for the Vikings go. I was like, I got to start getting Cousins.
Yeah, you got to. You got to. The leagues that I got Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson best ball, I'm in first place right now.
Yeah, me too. My highest scoring has JJ and Kirk Cousins.
Yep, me too. Yep. And Sean Bond says, I'm a little worried about Najee Harris, bro. Yeah,
you should be.
You should be. But you got to just you got to roll him out there. If he's a starter, he say he's ready to play. They say he's starting. Mike Tomlin is not going to roll Najee out there if he can't be the bell cow that he is, because that's what Mike Tomlin wants. He can go. He don't mind going to Warren or Benny Snell as a committee if Harris not there. But if Harris is ready to play, he's going to roll him out there. So to me, I would maybe put my expectations down and just roll him out there if he's healthy. What about you? What about y'all guys?
I would if it's not a dynasty league and it's a redraft league, I would look to sell high on Najee Harris for his name value, because that offensive line is horrible and it's contributed to him getting hurt. Okay, if you want to keep him, and because you got him in dynasty, get Jalen Warren, his backup. Okay, for some insurance. That's my take on that. What say you, IDP?
I agree with everything y'all just said, man. I can't agree with anything. I would sell him if I could. Hold on to him if you feel like you need to, but go cuff him or go get his cuff. So you got it.
Yep. We all need insurance plans. So
welcome to America.
Matt says, I agree with dropping Woods. Feels weird though. Dude was a beast, and yeah, man. And this fantasy, it's not about like what he brings to that team is bigger than fantasy. It's about veterans.
If you're willing to wait on Malik Willis, hold Woods.
Stop that cutting edge content, Richard. Stop being cutting edge.
Well, you know what people don't realize about Robert Woods? He's just as good a blocker as a Lazard is. That's why he went to Tennessee. That's why they targeted him. They're like, man, we'll lock up one of the best blocking wide receivers to help Derrick Henry. Now, if Derrick Henry gets free, we know Woods is going to be pancaking somebody out there. So that's something that don't translate to fantasy necessarily. So,
yep, I agree 100%. TJ Goss. I'm sorry, I thought it was with an R. He says Dylan or Aaron Jones PPR league. Dylan.
Yeah.
And I love Jones.
Juwan Alice has got a chance for Taysom Hill on the wire, but would you have to drop Mostert, Dubs, Kyle Phillips, Warren, Rashad White? Decisions. My current tight end is Higbee. This is what I say. Hey, I wouldn't mind because you got a good team. I probably would just drop Higbee if you want Taysom Hill just because of the shock factor. But bro, as far as like consistency, Higbee probably be more consistent than Taysom Hill. But Taysom Hill, if you're willing to take his duds with his upside, then I think that's a great strategy. I do that a lot. I take a really great team, then I put somebody in there volatile that's a crazy upside guy like an MVS. It might dud me 2 weeks in a row, but then he might go for 40 for me in the third week. So that's what Taysom Hill is. You got to know what Taysom Hill is. Higbee gonna be way more consistent than Taysom Hill is. But he don't have the upside. He don't have the upside that Taysom Hill is.
Right. I would keep Higbee in.
Yeah, I would drop Kyle Phillips probably myself. But no, you guys like him?
I love him, man. He led the team in
targets. That's the new Welker. That's the new Welker.
Didn't he, Richie? Didn't he lead the team in targets?
Yes.
And I was on that guy. I've been telling people for a while to stash him. Wasn't Richie? Kyle
Kyle Phillips reminded me of Wes Welker.
Yep.
Okay. No, y'all talked me into it. But I mean, I'm about you guys on Taysom too. You know, that's another shout out to TD. He's been talking about Taysom for a couple of years or about a year and a half now. So I didn't think he was going to have much value. I thought this new offense might be maybe like phase him out. But Kamara's gone down. Ingram's too old. And Taysom can go back there and take a hit, bro. He can still take a hit back there, man.
Right, yeah.
I knew when Alvin Kamara got in trouble, I felt so great about Taysom Hill because I knew they needed all the opportunity. Because James Winston is not a great goal line quarterback. That's Aaron Rodgers. Those certain guys in the goal line, they kill us like Tom Brady, but not Jameis. So what was you going to do to help this team score points? Taysom Hill, switch it up. You don't know what's going to happen. He can run it. He can keep it. He can throw it. So I was like, he's going to be the goal line back. He can have 10 touchdowns.
Yes.
That's true.
Yes.
And
you said that back in April. You were saying that back in April, too.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And Stephen Drake says, yes, sir. Are we playing Palmer tonight? Yes, sir. In most situations, you're playing him.
Yes.
Yep.
Keep him out of the flex, though.
Yep. Yeah, because it's Thursday. Rich, I think that's what Iggy was trying to tell y'all earlier. Keep your Thursday night game people out of your flex because something crazy happened. You got to be able to put a tight end or running back or a wide receiver. But if you got him in the wide receiver spot, you only bound to a wide receiver or a running back. Depends on what spot you put him in.
Yep. Exactly.
Yep. And TY said, what's up? Y'all Waddle or Mike Dub? He talking about Mike Williams, ain't he?
I'm assuming, yeah. Waddle surprised
I'm going
me,
with
man.
the short thing. I'm going with Waddle.
Yeah. I got to go with Waddle, I think, too.
That's the safe pick. Anytime you go with Mike, it's never going to be safe. It's always volatile when it comes to Mike. So we're going to go with the safe right here, bro. But if you want the boom, I always because Waddle can boom for you, too. So that's probably the best play, Waddle. But Mike Williams could go off tonight. So don't hit me up, man, in the comment section when Mike Williams scored the first touchdown. But yeah, Michael Reeves, guys, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, guys. We get ready to get out of here. I'm not gonna hold y'all up, so I'm gonna do about 3 more comments, and then we're gonna get out of here. Michael Reeves, I'm gonna get to some of the short questions, guys. I apologize if I couldn't get to your question, but I'm not gonna hold my guests up. Elva says, "Do I wait for Kittle or do I go Gerald Everett?"
Everett.
Go with Everett tonight.
Yeah. Kittle's still hurt. He didn't even practice. He didn't practice yesterday. He didn't practice today. So he's hurt. It's clear.
Yep. I would go with Everett. And Michael Reeves says it's a 2-quarterback super flex league.
That was the question that we just skipped. I think he was asking. So.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the question I just skipped. Okay. Let me see. Let me go back to him, man. What's up, bro? Should I trade Pittman or for James Conner? I have JJ. Should I trade Pittman for James Conner? No. He said I have JJ, Stephon, Sutton, Higgins, DJ Moore, A-Rob, Gabe Davis at wide receiver already, and I only have Gibson and Melvin Gordon and Damian Pierce at my running backs with Hurts and Russell Wilson.
Stay put. Stay put.
Yep. Stay put. You good. You got receivers that can get you by. You good.
Well, yeah, if you have James Conner, stay put. I would too.
Yep. And Michael Freezer says, "What up, bro? Glad to see you.
What's going on,
What's
Freezer?
up?
What's up?
What's up, Stan Steves? What's up, bro?
What's going on, Stan?
He said, salute to the soldiers. Gabe Davis may look like with 5 catches. Say Gabe Davis may look like 5 catches last week. Y'all think he's going to do the same? Pick 2 out of Deontay Brandon Cooks and Gabe Davis. I'm gonna say Gabe Davis and Brandon Cooks.
Right. Exactly. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Me too.
Craig Wayne said Joshua Palmer or Damian Pierce. Joshua Palmer.
Palmer
Yes.
all day, man.
Yep.
Yes.
Michael Freezer said, should I start Juju or Mike Evans because of Evans has an injury?
Juju. Go Juju, because the Saints own Tom Brady. Tom Brady gonna get like 7 points.
Yeah, they do. Well, they traded the cornerback, right? They traded
Marshawn Lattimore.
Yeah, they traded him, who usually dominate. He owned Mike Evans, bro.
And Julio.
Yeah.
That was his 2 best matchups. That's why he got a bag, because he could guard those 2 guys, nobody else.
Right. Go Juju. This week, go Juju.
I ain't gonna knock him. He right. Pretty Richie right, guys. Juju is the safe one, but to me, it's Tom Brady, and I always want to play Mike Evans if he's healthy. But if he ain't practicing this week, I'm playing Juju. It's that simple. Yeah. But I would like to wait and see if Mike Evans is just doing it for maintenance, because sometimes Mike Evans is older, so he gonna get maintenance days, and they gonna say it's an injury, but it's not really an injury. XX says Dolphins, so I don't know what that question was for, so I got to move on. Patty said, do you think Kamara or Higgins will play this week?
Kamara will.
No. Kamara might, but he's not. I don't trust him in fantasy for the value that I picked him at.
Right.
And Chris Carter says Joe Carter. You know him, Rich? I mean,
the baseball player Joe Carter.
Yeah.
Of course I know Joe Carter, man. I think he played for a Canadian team. I'm pretty sure, man. I think it was Toronto, the Maple Leafs, dude. My baseball knowledge is all tucked in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure that's who it was.
Yep. And my homeboy Antonio in the building. What's up, bro? What up?
What's going on, Antonio?
Yep. And Patty says pick 1. T. Higgins, Penny Edmonds, Curtis Samuel, Lazard. Pick 1. I'm gonna go with Penny.
Me too.
Yeah, Penny.
Richie, hey, subscribe to the channel if you're new, bro. Glad to see you. He says, what receiver do you think I can
Welcome
get
to the family, Laura.
Bro, that's a kind of an open-ended question. We might not be able to get to that. That's a little.
Well, right now, Dylan is performing like an RB2. So, whatever tier you have a wide receiver 2 in, you can entertain those to start just to be fair.
Matt Galloway says Michael Carter better than Javonte. It just depends. It's like saying Barry Sanders
That's
better
a stretch.
But let me ask you this: is Barry Sanders better than Adrian Peterson?
Yes.
Adrian Peterson ran hard, right?
Yeah,
He runs hard, but different. That's what I'm trying to say. That's my point.
I got you.
It's what you like. Javonte runs hard. There's no questions about that.
I like Gordon though too. They trusted both of them at the goal line, and they both let him down.
And Melvin Gordon lost some weight too, didn't he, Iggy? He's lost some weight. Melvin Gordon.
Yeah, he did.
He's in the best shape of his life.
He looks great on camera, man. He really does.
He does, bro. He looks like a wide receiver.
Yeah, it's his 8th year.
In great shape. Yeah, he's in great shape. Yep. And see, Craig Wayne said Joshua Palmer or Damian Pierce. Josh Palmer.
Palmer, yes.
Palmer.
And let me see.
You tell him to go after Amara St. Brown for Dylan.
Amara for Dylan? Ooh, okay.
That's a good value. I like it.
Yeah, it is. Jeremy Stevenson says sell Mike Evans and J.K. Dobbins for Kamara. Sell Mike Evans.
I can't do it.
No, I can't do it either.
No.
So
no. Don't do that.
Yep. So guys, I'm gonna have to get out of here. I have never left the comment section like this, but I have guests, so I have to be genuine to my guests. We got lineups to put in. We got a game coming up, so I'm gonna let everybody go. Guys, thank y'all for tuning in. IDP, you can go ahead and plug everything, bro.
I just want to say thanks for having me. Pretty Richie, it's great to be on the show with you too, man. I hope I get the chance to do this again, or maybe make this a weekly thing with you guys. I really appreciate it. It's good people.
Yes,
I love
sir.
seeing all the comments on there. You know, there's some good people in here. It's good people and great knowledge, man. So let's all work together. If you want to find me, I'm IDP_Iggy on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok. I do all my jailhouse bets. I keep a comedy skit like I'm in jail. We bet soups and stuff. You can find me on that there as well. Patreon Iggy's FNB with the N in the word. So come check me out, guys. You know, and also hopefully I get on TD's website soon. You can find me there also.
Yes, sir.
Listen, I'm seeing. So wait a minute before I get out of here, guys. Look, somebody said, "Damn, you skipped over my question," and I ain't never skipped over a question in my life. You see how this goes? This guy, somebody said, "Oh, you skipped over my question, man." Bro, I got to get out of here, bro. I'm sorry. But yeah, go ahead, Richie. Go ahead, and plug your stuff.
Yeah, Pretty Richie 1111. You'll find me anywhere. Twitter, Patreon, Pretty Richie 1111. That's it.
So guys, I'll catch y'all later. Y'all be safe. Peace.
Peace.
Have a good night. Take care.